This problem is asking us to solve this triangle, which means it wants us to find all three angles. First of all, notice that when you've got two sides that are the same, the two angles across from those have to be equal also. So this is going to be an easier problem to solve, because once I find one of the three, I could very easily solve for the other ones by using the fact that these two are equal to each other, angle C and B. So how do you find this? Well, notice that we have three side lengths, but we don't have any of the angles. So we can't use law of sines. We have to use law of cosines. And law of cosines usually is written in this way, but we already know our three sides. So we can just plug in the values and then solve for the angle, or we could rewrite this kind of in our head. That's what I like to do, and isolate the cosine. Let's say, for instance, we want to find the angle C. We could rewrite this, solving it for that. So let me do that right here. Now it's going to be C squared. I'm going to subtract A squared. I'm going to subtract B squared. And then I'm going to divide by negative 2AB. And that's going to equal the cosine of C. Now what I'd like to do, and you'll see this sometimes, is I want to change, let's multiply everything through by -1 over -1, and it just looks better when we do that. So this would be negative, positive, positive, and that would be a positive. So let's rewrite this now. A squared plus B squared minus C squared all over 2AB equals the cosine of C. In fact, I'm going to go a step further, and I'm going to get rid of the cosine. How do I get rid of a cosine? I take the cosine inverse. So that's really my formula. My formula to find the angle C is to take the cosine inverse of that whole mess. Okay? So let's see if we can apply that right here. If I want to find angle C, I'm going to take the cosine inverse of A squared plus B squared minus C squared, A squared plus B squared, that's A, that's B, and that's C, A squared plus B squared minus C squared. So you'll notice that those are going to cancel out right away, all over 2AB, 2AB. In fact, we can simplify that even more. That's going to be the cosine inverse of one of these 9's now is going to cancel, because I don't have anything but just 9 up there. So one of those is going to cancel. So to make it simpler, it's just cosine inverse of 9 over 22, which, if I have my calculator in degrees, is going to give me the answer of 65.9 approximately, if I round it to 1 decimal point.
Would it just
Or the nearest degree would be approximately 66 degrees. So if C is 66 degrees, then so is B, and add 66 and 66 and subtract that from 180, and you'll get A, which would be 48 degrees, and you're done.